Hello guys, how are you? We are late. Man, guys. How is your day going? The weather is not very cooperative today. So, how are you? How are you guys doing? We're live right now. Let's see how this is going to go. Hi guys, how are you? How was your week? Oh, I got the whole lipstick thing going on. I'm gonna check real quick. Let's see if we're on everything. I had some network issue just now, and I'm here. So tonight's topic is actually, oh, I thought I created this banner. Oh, okay. So last week, right before we ended the show, we talked about wives, what is wives and all of that. So that's what we're talking about tonight. What's a wife? I'm gonna need all my gentlemen to join in. First, before we jump into this topic, I'm creating the banner so you can see the topic. But happy Saturday, how are you? Technical difficulty, but we made it here at 9 o'clock. Should be at 8:30, but I'm here. It's 9 o'clock. So what's a wife? How was your week? I sure did had a week. Isn't this kind of like a routine now? You guys know about me. I would tell you I had a week. Oh, every time I tell you I had a week, um, I do. But this week, I don't know. I want to stay positive. But this week, mm, we're not gonna entertain the enemy. Okay. How was your week? How are you? Can you hear me good? Is the volume good? I'm creating a banner of the topic that we're talking about tonight. Let me, if I'm too close to this thing, please let me know. I have some technical difficulty. We had internet issues, power issues. We had everything last minute. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? So the topic tonight is what's a wife? Does this definition changes based on your culture? So that's what we're talking about. If you're just joining, what's up? How are you? How are you? What was something good that you did for someone today? Does the definition of does the definition changes? I'm gonna do that. Changes based on your culture. Your culture. Hi guys, how are you? How are you doing? If you're just joining, welcome to Let's Talk with Miss Fee. My name is Risha. I am your host. Tonight we're talking about wife. Like what is that? What is a wife? We always hear about this. Like I really want to hear this from the men in general, right? Um, I think, but then someone would tell you, I'm not going to entertain that. Let me not bring that. That's going to be a rabbit hole. I don't get it. Does the definition changes based on your culture? How has has modern modern Hey guys, how are you? Shout out to you guys. If you're watching, shout out. I'm actually creating a banner. Has some technical difficulty, but we're about to get the show started. Okay. Has modern society um changed? Definitely. Hey guys, how are you? How are you doing? How's life treating you? We, quote unquote, traditional, tradition. Oh, yeah. Kind of like materials, girl. Materials, girl. Guys, sorry, oh, sorry, oh, I'm so sorry. How are you doing, wise material? I am not prepared. I'm telling you guys, I am not prepared today. I almost cut it out. I was getting so frustrated. Um, but so such is life. We're going live. Going live on YouTube, YouTube, Facebook. God, my hands are burning. Facebook. We're still not up on Facebook, on Instagram. Hey guys, I'm live. Oh my gosh. How's your day going? Coming to an end. Oh no, don't tell me. Okay, did all that? Okay, guys, only two people. I gave up. I absolutely gave up. I typed all of those, and then this is what happened. Guys, I don't think I was meant to have a show today. How are you? Shout out to the two people that are watching. How is it going? How is your day going? Everything's going wrong today. Why? I'm just gonna type it here and then I will post it. What? Like the wine. Modern. uh, The definition. Hi guys, how are you? I'm gonna read you the thing. I did it and then I keep canceling. The technical difficulties. Hi, I have two people watching. How are you doing? So, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have a show tonight. Everything's going wrong. What what does the definition? I'll type it on my phone and then paste it. How about that? Does that work? You guys bear with me. I'm having a lot of issues tonight. Um, but the devil is a liar. We're here. Uh, man, I can't think straight. It's based culture. How are you guys doing? How was your week? Who's ready for MLK? I'm definitely ready. I have a 3 days weekend and I'm excited. Does the definition change? Yeah, definitely some changes based on. Hi, how are you? We got one person watching us. We're good tired. Yeah, guys. Yeah. Let's just say based on the culture, America has more than Hi guys, how are you? Quote unquote traditional culture people. Traditional to her or how we will evolve or how we evolve. Yeah, streaming live. Hi guys, how are you? One person still watching. Yeah, guys, I am not prepared. I'm not even gonna do that. Yeah, version. Mhm. Hi guys. Oh, period. Okay. Hi guys. I have one person watching. Who liked it? Who's there? Who's watching? Who's my A1 supporter that's watching and supporting me? All right, you guys give me one moment. I am going to copy this. Probably should have done that. We'll copy. Yeah. To you guys. How is it going? Someone commented. Who commented? Yay! My baby's watching. If y'all don't want to watch, I know one person who's gonna support me and watch me. My baby, Solomon. I love you, baby girl. Yay! We're on. Woo! It's been oh, today. Can you hear me though? Can you type in the comment section if you can hear me? We are on track now. Okay. Can you hear me? Is it clear? Because we've been having some bad weather. Can you hear me, Solomon? Someone else watching. Is the mic clear? The microphone, is it clear? The weather's been all right. Yay! We're here. Okay, finally. Oh my gosh, what a night. Ooh. Hi everybody, how was your week? Hi Salome, it's good to see you on here. I need to call you. You and I need to chit chat a little bit about something. I want you to do something for me over there. But I will call you anyways. I'll send you a message. I just thought about it this evening. Um, Genesis has shift. Yeah, shift relationship, guys. Make sure you share the show. So, a few things. Let's do some housekeeping before we jump into the show. I am going to start the show, and I know I was behind, and I have some technical difficulties, but we're here. I'm gonna extend the time a little bit. I know I talked about us being strict with time, but man, today was one of those days that you know you're running late and then you run into a technical stuff, and it was just a whole lot. But anyway, we're here. 2024 is not about making mistakes; it's about making it work. So, um, tonight's topic. Let me just do my housekeeping things. I'm gonna share it with others, and we're going to see. Currently, we're live on all platforms. It's been a really bad storm out here, so you guys keep us in your prayers. The weather's been really, really terrible. So hopefully we don't lose electricity. Uh, but yeah, welcome to Let's Talk. My name is Felicia. I am your host. I'm trying to make sure that we finally made it on to all of the platforms that we need to be live on. So just give me a few minutes. I beg, I beg your patience. Just give me a few of your. I would love a lot of gentlemen on the show tonight. So I'm going to paste the link of the show in the comment section. So you guys share the show. Let me grab the link real quick. Share the show. Let's talk about it. Come talk with your cousin Fifi, your sister Fifi, your niece Fifi, your granddaughter Fifi. I can even be your best friend. Come and hang out with me Saturday night. What would you be doing in this cold weather? Please, I don't want to know. Mm. What could you guys be doing other than hanging out with me? I'm so cool. You guys, I don't even want to touch my tablet right now because how I have it sit, it's okay, but it's not okay, and it's going to mess up, and then I don't want to lose everything I just did. So we'll leave it as that, okay? Come hang with Auntie Fifi. Come hang with cousin Fifi. Come hang with sister Fifi. Come hang with I am your niece, I'm your cousin, I'm your sister, I'm your best friend. I'm everything you want me to be. Trust me. I can be those. So we're live on Facebook. Let's go on see Pansy. That's working. Let's see. Guys, where are you watching me from? This new year, you guys are being a little stingy. Y'all don't wanna my birthday's coming up. We got our cool host birthday's coming up too, Andrew Dunn. Shout out to you. I hope you're doing well today. Um, few things. My oldest brother, Mark Pansy, his birthday is on the 16th. Shout out to him. Shout out. Shout out to him. My nephew, Pink, his birthday is on the 20th. Shout out to you, nephew. You guys, when he was born, that was my first birth experience. I literally was the first, I held him before his mama. So shout out to him. I can't believe he's gonna be 7. That's my first boo, baby boy. He is going to be 7. Shout out to you, King. I love you, baby boy. Who else birthday's coming up? I hope I'm not missing anybody. Um, just for the month of January. Month of January. Oh, shout out to my brother. Amari People just had a birthday. Shout out to you. Hope your birthday gives you all you pray for. And everyone else, if your birthday, just type in the comment section. Let me shout you out, man. Happy birthday to you. So we are live on both um, pages on there. Guys, we were having a lot of issues, so I want to make sure that we are actually everywhere that we need to be before we do anything here tonight. So grab a seat, get a nice cocoa, get a nice coffee, get a nice cup of tea if you drink tea, if that's what you desire. Grab you a nice little warm blanket. Come chat and sit with me. Come on, let's hang out. Someone will be like, why the purple lipstick? I know my people that the first thing my hand catch. So let me give you and the color white. I know. I just did it. Must there be a reason to do everything? Sometimes we just do things because that's what's convenient, right? Speaking of convenience, um, how are you guys doing today? Today, oh, today, how you doing? How my people doing? Oh, we doing alright. We doing alright. We doing alright. We doing alright. I told ya, okay. So second thing I want us to talk about, I told ya I was going to drop my workout video. Guys, you guys didn't tell me when I posted my picture, you guys are not nice. Y'all should be looking out for your cousin, your niece, your sister Fifi. Y'all should be looking at. When I posted that picture, I later on realized when I went to go edit these videos that I took in the gym, that shirt was not appropriate. I could see everything under it, and that was not the goal, guys. I'm not here to get famous overnight. I don't want anything that have to do with doing whatsoever you can to make it. No, 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 no. So I couldn't post the video because I did not look appropriate. I want to represent myself. Also the company that I work for as well. I'm representing. I am a brand of our company as well, and I don't want to put myself out there looking, you know, hey, whatever works for other people, that's fine. But I like to look appropriate, and that outfit was definitely giving a lot of different things, not appropriate. So I didn't post the video, but right after the show tonight, I'm hitting the gym. I actually feel like after the holiday, I ate so much. I actually feel like I'm getting back to my weight. If you guys look back the past few weeks, those video, man, I look, mm, my chin was talking. I like my long jawline, and I was not seeing that. So, yeah, we want that. Okay, okay, okay. I'm gonna need y'all to share the live. Let's jump into it. So tonight's topic says, what is a wife? I mean, how can I tell you guys what a wife is when I don't even have any of my men on this channel to actually dive into this topic? So I'm gonna need the comment section. I'm gonna need um I'm gonna need all of you guys to join me. Let's talk about it. Mostly my men. Come on, let's talk about it. Let's talk about what makes a wife. What is a wife? What is that? Why are we even talking about that? What is a wife? Does that definition changes based on the society? Does it change based on your culture? Does it change based on where you're located geographically? Like, does it change? Like, what is that? And then the third part about this question is, has modern society changed the quote unquote traditional women, like wife materials? Let's put it that way. Has modern society changed the wife material. Shout out to Alan. Thank you so much for your support. Appreciate you, brother. Um, Shout out to you. Always watching and supporting. Appreciate. Yeah. So, what is a wife? Like, um, I can only give you guys based on what I have heard. So I will tell you guys back in school, majority of the people that I hung out with was male. Like most of them was men. And I think I was misjudged most of the time because everybody just thought that, hanging out with them, meaning that you're dating all of them. And I think, our African society, we really need to change how we look at things from the outside and really understand that actually those people are usually the one that protects you from doing stupid things. So yeah, welcome to the show. We're just doing some few housekeeping as I chit chat with you guys for a little bit. Let me to create our view by sharing to other, excuse me, other platforms. So we are on YouTube right now. I just saw that and we're doing great. So what is a wife? Type in the comment section. You guys, let's do it. Let's talk about it. Um, we got, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Let me pin this up here tonight. Um, to share the show. We got who's watching. I see my brother Andrew Doll. Shout out to you. So what's happening? What is that? So what's a wife? Should I give you guys the actual definition of a wife? Who wants to type in the comment section? I see two people watching right now. Two, numero uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, cinco. Share the show. Share the show. Please, thank you. Very sure. Shout out to the birthday. So, hmm. So what makes a wife? What is a wife? Let me give you guys the definition of what a wife is, okay? And then I will leave it open to speak. We got four people watching. Shout out to you guys. Um, so I definitely do believe the definition of wives changes based on your culture and society. Hi, if you're just joining, welcome to the show. What is a wife? We're talking about wives. Um, does that definition change based on your culture, the geographic locations, and things like that? Um, you can. Did I pin the? I don't think I pinned the link in the comment section yet. So let me go ahead and pin it in the comment section. Let's go down. Shout out to you guys. So what is a wife? We got 8 people watching. You guys share the live. Let's get more men on this. I really need a lot of men on this topic. Can you? Can y'all join me? So let me put the okay. Here is the link if you need to join me. Come and join me. We got 20 share already. Woohoo! 5 people in the building. I just went ahead and came the let's see. So, what is a wife? I'm gonna be reading you guys a definition. Okay. A lot of Liberians I've noticed, men in general in our culture, is that once we start living together, shagging. Once we start to shag together, we automatically calls them our wife. But here is the definition of his wife or wife. A married woman considered in relation to her spouse. He and his wife are kindergartners. So that's an example. With a woman, especially an old. This is crazy. This is what people think a wife is. This is what the definition says. Wife, a man's partner in marriage, a married woman. So that's what it said. That's what a wife is, not you. Oh, we got one person who wants to join. Jimmy. Adam, how's this day? Hey Jimmy, how are you? Hold on 1 second. Let me increase the volume. Can
How
you
you
hear me?
doing?
I can
How
hear
you?
you. I'm doing
Yeah.
good. Man, I almost canceled this thing last minute. I won't lie to you. I was getting very annoyed. How are you? How was your week?
It been a very busy week, but
You. I'm on the same page with you. Trust me.
it went well.
Good.
Yeah. So we here.
I know, right? So tonight we're talking about. Remember when we left up? You guys said we should talk about wives. So I was like, okay, we'll talk about it then. But I always have to add my own thing to it to make the conversation a little bit longer. So the question tonight is, what's up, brother-in-law Eric? What's up, Eric? You need to join the show. Can you tell us tonight what is a wife? What is a wife? Um, does what did I say again? Oh, geez. So the topic is what makes a wife? Has modern relationship changed the traditional? What did I just write? I need to fix that. Let me. What makes a wife? Has modern relationship changed the traditional um definition? God, this or the idea of I think that's coming from you, Jimmy. What are you watching? So it said, what makes a wife? Has modern relationship changed the traditional definition of or the idea of a wife material? Um, does the definition changes based on the culture, or we have just evolved as human beings? Um,
I
what are
think um thank you very much for the topic tonight. But the definition of a wife still remains the same. It's just that the the culture, um, the modern culture
Yeah.
has further deepens the definition to fit the current status of a society.
Right.
Like so a wife. So I'll begin by saying this: every woman
Mhm.
is a every wife is a woman, but not every woman is a wife.
Wait, repeat that again.
Every wife
Hmm.
is a woman,
Hmm.
but not every woman is a wife.
What does that mean?
That means that there are women, no matter how
Hmm.
um no matter how educated they are, no matter how poor they are, no matter how rich they are, they can never fit in the category of a wife. Okay?
So what
And
are those things that wives do though that you think they wouldn't fit in?
the wife is a helpmate to the husband. The wife is a like a partner
Hmm.
to her husband. The wife is the one who put the home in order. The wife is the one who takes care of the children, takes care of her husband, take care of her home.
Hmm.
And not every woman will do these things. Okay. In fact, modern modernization have affected the role of a wife so bad that now um wives most women believe that they are as equal as the man is in the home.
Right.
And with that, it has left most women unmarried, even in their late age, because men have not considered them to be wife material.
Sorry.
So, in a nutshell, a wife is is a woman who is married, who have accepted the role of the female in the marriage. I hope that brings um sense to your definition.
Sorry, I had to mute myself because my little daughter, for some reason tonight, nobody wants to sleep. Everybody's running around with dad. So I was trying to clear that noise in the background. But I was trying to update the topic on here on the Facebook thing. It looks like I had it written there wrong. But yeah, absolutely. When I just checked this, we always think like I will be honest with you. When I always thought about a wife, I just thought that okay, she's married, and that's just a woman that's married. And then of course all the things that men in general in my family, and of course I have these conversations with my husband, and I'm like, so what made you felt like I was one that you wanted to be with me? Because I feel like that's something a lot of us should ask. because it kind of like keep you in guide. As much as I want to say I'm a traditional wife, I don't think I'm all the way traditional. I have some modern things that I believe that, based on how life is, that I follow. But yeah, when you say not every woman, every wife is a woman, but not every woman is a wife. I know there are younger women that watch us and they're trying to figure out, you know, like, okay, how do I prepare myself for that? How do I prepare myself to be a wife? And I think I cannot answer that question. Of course, we're not relationship experts, but based on our little knowledge and things that we know that we've experienced, we can share that, right? So I would rather, honestly, this conversation be shifted by men because if a younger woman is trying to marry, what are those things and quality that men looks for that would say, okay, this is what I'm interested in. And by all means, I don't want people to think like, you know, um, when we're talking about what women should do, um, it's like these days you can't say a woman's role and a man's role without people thinking, oh, that person is going to be oppressed, or there will be prejudice against them. But I do understand where people mind goes when you talk about, oh, women being this, women being that, because for so long our society have oppressed women so much that that's the automatic thought that goes to that, especially the women that are raising us as young women. They've gone through it, so when they're talking to you, of perspective, right? So that's why I was like, yeah, this is a really good topic to talk about. What makes a wife? I think when I think about it, I don't look at myself in that way, but I would look at my mom. I think my mom is definitely the model wife that I am trying to be like daily because I think she's really, really hardworking. She may not have been the breadwinner or whatsoever, but in her little knowledge and little things she knew, she really, really did the best she could, as a wife, as a mother, as a partner. I didn't really get to watch her with my dad because I was a little bit younger when my dad passed away during the war. So I didn't really get to see that, but based on what other people say about our family dynamic and looking at my mom, I can only imagine what she was like when she was with our dad. So that's why I thought this topic is really great. Recently I shared some videos about some young women talking about things they do with their partners. And I think society in general wouldn't make those things go viral because it's kind of like, we're always thinking about things in the negative connotation. We're not like taking things in perspective and thinking about, okay, what if there is a world where we all have each of us have our role, and it is we each have our role. So if I was raising my daughter and she asked me a question and it's like, hey, mom, what is a wife? How do I prepare myself to be a wife? And I think that's something that a lot of men talk about, saying the women these days are not wives. So that's why I just wanted us to talk about this. Like, do you think culture wise is what define a wife? Like those qualities? Do you think culture has a lot to do with that?
Um, I don't, I don't want to say culture because has culture is a broad word because it depends what culture you're talking about. All right, because um we have African culture, we have Western culture, But
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, do you think a specific culture, their definition of a wife would be different from another? Do you think that has an impact on what that definition is when you're looking at what a wife should be, what the role
so
should be?
so um the role of a wife or who the wife is
Yeah.
can be defined
Hmm.
different way,
Hmm.
differently by different men,
That,
okay,
yeah,
based on their experience with women and based on the action of those women. So, but the first definition of a wife is a woman who is married to a man. All right, a woman who is married is a wife.
I like how you stretch that on out to a man. I didn't want to get into a rabbit hole by saying because a lot of different changes are going on. People think they're wives, people say they're there. So I didn't want to.
No, I am defining it based on my religious belief and also based on my cultural and traditional belief. All right. So somebody else can define it the way they feel in their culture and tradition and their way of life. Okay, and I respect that. But in my culture, traditional, or in religious belief, a wife is a woman that is married to a man. That is my definition of a wife. Now, when it comes to comes to being a wife material, that is a different aspect that we can talk about and we can go into, if you don't mind, because like I
Yeah,
said,
I
like I
want to go into that. Yeah, I want us to go into that. That's why I said, has modern society changed the traditional wife material? Like, what was that? What was the traditional wife material?
All
You
right.
know?
So the traditional wife material was a woman who stay home, take care of her children, take care of the needs of the home, take care of the her husband. That means washing the man's clothes, making sure he comes home, he made food, making sure the children are fed, making sure the children are well taken care of. That is a traditional you know type of woman, I mean a wife. All right. But modern society have modernized it and say, okay, those role that the traditional wife play in the past, those this role now has become a non-gender role in the home. So that means a husband should also be able to help cook in the house if the wife is not available, if the wife is sick or some other reason. A husband should be able to get the kids ready for school. A husband should be able to, do XYZ. In the same vein, a wife should be able to work and make contribution, financial, moral, I call it contribution to the home. All right. So that's the addition. I will not say a change because it does not change the traditional role of a wife. Okay, but it only added or it only adds to it only adds the man's role. It only adds the man as also a helper to the wife in the home. All right, but it does not, in my opinion, it does not change the traditional wife material or the role of a wife in a home.
Right. So you're saying modern society made any has not changed the traditional. Some will argue it has because one, now women are earning incomes and they're cutting shots in the home, you know. Some will argue that before women wouldn't stand before the husband and have, like a saying, it was whatever the man says when, like men wouldn't have, well, I don't know for sure, but I know from what I've read and heard that
All right.
women were not
So
being allowed to sit with
so
men
Fee,
to discuss major issues, right?
Fee, Fee,
Mhm.
I got it. I want us to get this traditional, in our in our back in Africa, because I grew up, I lived most of my life on a farm with my mom, with my dad, and stuff like that. So when my dad went to the farm, my mom was there. She was
Right.
there as a helper on the farm. When he's
Right.
working, she's there, doing what she, in her capacity as a woman, is able to do as a helper to
Right.
her husband. Okay. And so, and today in modern society, I see the same thing. The man goes to work, the wife goes to work, but they just go to different area depending on, the where they got the job in their area of specialty. Okay.
Right.
And at the end of the day, they both come home. So how is that different from my mother who went to the farm with my father? She did not stay home. She went to the farm with my father. you know if it was time to weed the grass from, among the rice, when the rice is growing, she helps him. She helps him, or do that. If it was the if it was the time to harvest the rice, she helps him do that. And all of it, and all of that. And at the end of the day, they both come home to the kitchen, while my father fetched the wood to, for my mom to prepare the food. My mom will go and, and then get the potato greens or whatever sauce or whatever soup kind we are eating on that for that day. you know so that's why, if you remember, I told you on the show before, I say marriage is partnership.
Right.
Okay, because the both of them work, and at the end of the day, there is food is ready. My dad
Right.
contributed to the preparation of the food, even though he was not there standing over, the fire high while the food cooked. But the initial preparation stage, he was there. He helped my mom and make sure that, she got what she needed to do the cooking. Okay. And there were time, I'm talking about in the traditional setting, and there were time when my mom fell ill, or she has left and gone somewhere, maybe to the nearby town, or to her family home. My dad will make sure that we eat. All right. He will cook. He will cook. If he needs to wash clothes that we were not in a position to wash, he will go to the creek and wash them. We will go with him while we taking bath in a river, or in a creek. He's watching. So let's take that from the village or from the farm, way in the village, and bring it to America today. Okay. A man does laundry, a man cooks, or a man, help take care of the children, a man take care of, needs in the house. So I am saying that, anything that is happening in modern society today, it has happened in our tradition and culture. Okay, they just trying to modernize it, and and make it look like it's a new thing. It is not a new thing.
Right.
It
Well,
is
I
not a
mean,
new thing.
I think let's welcome our co-host. Welcome to the show. How you feeling?
Man, this
The
co-host,
lady
man.
has that face on too.
I know Jimmy doesn't want to see me here tonight. He was happy that I was not even
Oh,
coming on. So
oh, please.
thank you, Fee, for welcoming me. And I know, like I said, Jimmy doesn't want to see me. Like
Welcome to the show, Andrew. Welcome to the show.
last week, no, I gotta give my statement. Last week, he and Lawrence were on my case. They're drinking water as though I don't know he didn't eat anything today. But thank you guys for the show for carrying it
I
on.
have not eaten anything substantial today.
I had to join late because
Sawa da ko suna nice pepper soup here.
Oh, Fee, please, man. Fee, please. Since New Year Day, you've been posting. I recall you be posting my top of the
What's your
and
address?
stuff. It's still coming.
Go ahead, yeah.
yes, like what I was saying, I said I had to join late because I was doing something. Though I will not, might not be here long, but I was following the show. But the whole week I was not been very well. From last week, remember on Sunday. So the 2 days I didn't go to work. The
Oh
third
no.
day I went. I like, yeah, but at least I'm much better. But but tomorrow will be full swing on the show by God's grace. Well, thank you guys for the show so far. I was monitoring. I thought to come and make my own little contribution before exiting the door tonight. Yeah.
Yeah. So what your thought on this? What's a wife? Does the definition change based on culture? Has modern society changed the
I've
tradition?
been following what Jimmy has been saying
Yeah.
concerning about the wife, and so I don't think the definition of a wife should change regardless of culture or yeah. Let's look at the culture, especially regardless of the culture or the society they live in. Right, a wife is a wife, and that's why the Bible says she's a helpmate in the Bible. She's not there, to do everything in the house. She's a wife. So despite the cultural differences of the change, or based on which culture you find yourself in or which part of the world you find yourself in, I think it's your wife is still the wife. Because if in the modern world, like Jimmy said, that you get a lady going to work in a day, the man is going to work. Let's well, both of them leave the same time, or different times, and they go to their favorite places of work, and they come back home. Come back home. Both of them are contributing to the household income. So it doesn't matter the culture the person come into or from. But in our African setting, I think culture play a key role in determining, how you get a wife. Now let's take for example, go back uh, to Nigeria, Ghana, and some West African countries. I don't think they're so unique to Liberia,
Right.
but they based on the people culture, their women are always in submission. It doesn't matter what part of the world you get. Though some of them will change later, but they are always be in submission. In fact, most of the women got married based on the decision from the men parent. In fact, the men parents should agree. In fact, the men parent will go and look for the women. They say, look, we need certain attribute in this women. We need she will be a virtual woman before they go for her. It might happen in our country too. People will talk about from the church. Let's go in the church religiously. Let's go in the church and get the woman from there. Let's get the woman from the village who understands the cultural norms of how to take care of homes, how to take care of the wife. I would divert a bit on this because if you go back home in the cultural aspect where they had to train the women to be good housewife, how to take care of their husband, how to take care of their children in the Sunday society. That was the main reason why the Sunday society was organized culturally to teach young ladies, young women coming up to be able to be a good housewife, to be how to take care of their children, how to take care of their home. That was a key reason why they took them there. But as times evolved, the zoos and cultural people they change the entire things and they start to do the other part of that culture which harm them. But based on that, if you're selecting a woman, you should know the kind of woman you're selecting, though. But it doesn't matter because the culture you come from. So to answer the question, no, it doesn't mean the culture because you come from this culture, you come from another culture. No, wife is wife. If you live from Liberia or America, or what part of the world you live from, your role as a wife, you are a wife, and you should respect your husband based on the culture. You should respect your husband based on the religion. You should respect your wife based on the culture. You should respect your wife based on the religion. But whatever the case, people go for women. There's certain things they look for in a woman. Not people just go. There are key things that people look for in a woman. Who is this woman? What her family background? Once I know the Nigerian people will say, What's her family background?" They want to know your family background. They link
Right.
will allow a woman to come in their home. So I thought to make that contribution and so if any other thing I will add later. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Um,
Drink some coffee. Jimmy, don't inspire me. Me have my sister.
oh, you can hear me? I was mute. I didn't know you guys couldn't hear me. You hearing the man saying your high face? You want Jimmy to see him.
Yeah,
But
drinking my coffee.
this thing with the whole wife material. Let's say there was a young lady that was watching and wanted to know, like, how do I prepare myself, like, to be a wife? Because we hear this a lot in the media. Like, are you a wife material? Who's a wife material? This is what wife material looks like. She should be humble. She should know how to cook. Are all of those like really what it takes, or can you hear me? Hear me? You can hear me?
I'm hearing you.
Oh, okay. He's gone. I don't know what happened. Yeah, people are like, this is what a wife material looks like. This is what it should be like. Is it a look? Is it, like, have we? I know Jimmy said, like, back in the days, his parents were that, supportive parent where, um, the dad was help. And now in modern society, we're thinking this is new. But honestly, I think where people look at this, maybe there were few family doing these where they were working together as a team. But overall, when you look at the U.S. Wife and the culture of it and how things were, women in general were not allowed to even like speak when men were speaking. Women were not even allowed to have conversation with someone who was not their husband, or when major decisions were being made. And that's why I was asking, have we evolved as human beings that women in general now is able to say that, whatever your definition of a wife is, if I don't fit that description, well, find someone else. That's not me. Like, or I'm not gonna be cooking and doing all of this. You should do that as well. I think for the most part, for the majority of people in general, even though this was happening, I don't think majority of people were actually working as a team. I think there's just some group of people who just know how to misuse and abuse their position where they're at. So when the opportunity do arise, they take advantage of it. So I feel like culture has a role into what a wife is, because if my culture believe in making sure that women are the ones, they're the domestic, caretaker, like they take care of the homemaker, they cook, they clean and everything, and vice versa, the man's job is just to go to work, come back home and do that. I think there are some culture that supports that, and if that's my culture norm, um that's what I'm gonna practice. So I don't know. I kind of feel like culture plays a role in it, but I just feel like as the world is changing and as technology becomes even more vast and we're using it, other people culture, we're looking at things from a different lens and we're incorporating that into our daily lives and our relationships. I definitely think society has changed the traditional wife's material, what men were looking at. Now, I think men are looking for women that has a little bit more to bring to the table other than just being a woman. That's my take. Jimmy, what are your thoughts?
Yeah. Okay, go ahead, Jimmy.
We can't hear you, you're mute.
Yes, Sophie, you are right
Mhm.
in a whole lot of sense. The um every woman
Mhm.
should become a wife before marriage.
Right.
If you are not a wife material before marriage, when you get married, it becomes difficult for you to play the role of a wife. You will agree with me that there are more women, and not only women, but the you know men as well, who are married but still see themselves in a lot of sense as being single because they still behave as though they were single. All right. So that means the reality of being a wife has not kicked in to their head. All right. And that's what I say. Every woman should become a wife before getting married.
So how do they become that? Like what do you think they would do to become that?
All right. Start playing a role even in your father's house. Start playing a role as though you were married in your own home.
But I mean, like, I get what you're saying. I can't just get up. I'm 15. I'm 18 years old today, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna start practicing to be a wife. I think I get where you're going with this, but I think the problem definitely is coming from mothers. I don't think mothers are teaching their daughters to prepare to be a wife. You know.
Okay. So here is the thing. Here is the thing. And that is where modern society comes in and mess things up at some point. In Africa, fee you I don't know how old you were when you came to the state, but in Africa, at the age of 23, 24, females are still in the home taking care of the basic domestic works in the home, you know. Those things that you did in your mother's home while your mother was in her husband's house, they were not just for you to do because you were a girl child. They were meant to prepare you so that tomorrow when you in your own home, you will be able to do the same thing. You will be able to take care of your
I
home
understand
the
that, but
same
I
way.
I
All
feel
right.
like yeah, I understand that, but I also blame mothers because I feel like
Not
if
every
you have
mother. No, 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 no. Not every mother. Blame some mother, and also do not blame the mothers totally, because nowadays a lot of females have refused to take instruction from their mother, especially when they think that they are of age. A lot of them have refused to take instruction from their mother to do the things that the mother have asked them to do, you know and things like that. But a lot of them do not know that what the mother is asking them to do is meant to prepare them to become good wives tomorrow to their husband.
I
Okay,
do that,
there
but that's
are
why I
there
blame
are
them.
female there
Help
are
them.
fe- there are female who were reared by women who know how to cook very well, but they left their home. They left that home and went, got into their own home today without knowing how to cook. So do you blame that on the mother? I would say no. They
It's
just
not that they
refused
don't know
to
how
take
to cook.
the,
No, no,
the,
no, no, no. I disagree. It's not that they don't know how to cook. They deliberately choose not to. because they don't want to. But
See,
hear me out a little bit. Just hear me
yeah,
out.
yeah, I'm coming. I'm coming.
Okay.
You learn from your mother how to cook, don't you?
I
You
did,
did.
yeah.
You did, right? But I am telling you, there are women from Africa. There are some women from Africa today who don't know. Look, how to call it, cooking is not putting, the greens in the pot, and put, yama yama things inside. Okay, you are preparing something, but cooking is where you are able to, you prepare a decent meal where people eat and feel satisfied and even yearn for more. All right. There are some women, you will agree with me that even your own, you have some friends who cook, when you taste it, you don't want to go back and even take another spoon, because it doesn't fit the taste that that's supposed to come from that particular soup. Okay, so that means they were there, but they did not pay attention. It did not pay attention, and it did not take instruction. But those of you who went there, who sat under your mother, you took instruction, you pay attention, you are able to cook meal for a public consumption today, and get a praise, and get a praise of it.
I
Okay, those things,
understand all of that.
were meant to prepare you for your home, for your husband, and which
So,
you are enjoying today. But
so if I may go back a bit to
Yeah.
focus on some key issues as it relates to the topic.
Mhm.
Uh, During the last intro about this, she talked about the world evolving. That means things changing around the world.
Mhm.
Right.
So, in the modern society, things have changed. Like before, you know why the reason why I like the International Day of Women was a day that been set aside every March of each year in March for people to speak and talk about women. A group of women came from around the world or kind of around the world, and I think especially the UN, and they talk about women. You see, before then, women were in the entire world. In fact, right now, currently in Afghanistan, the women are not given the rights to do anything. Similar things are happening in Iran. They have to protest. I think she lost her life on that thing.
Yeah.
So, and people see it as a culture based on cultural values. Women should sit at the back. They should play no role in society. But the world have evolved. Women are playing tremendous role in the world. So going out of this, where they will sit in the back, they are part of decision making. And for that reason, Liberia chose the first female president in the world. I think in the world, in Africa, in fact. Yes, not in the world, but Africa. So all those things about women have been happening. But let's go back to the point you guys stressing concerning about a wealth material. Yes, I will agree with Jimmy Fee. Look, you should be a wealth material, then fully prepare from home before going into your husband home. And that's why when you traditionally, when they are paying that dowry, they tell you, look, the men, the woman family will prepare dishes and other kitchen utensils or whatever we call it, accessories or so. And they give it, you see, like in the traditional, you will prepare mortar, you will prepare dish pan, you will prepare all basic things and give it to you to go in that home. And what they will tell the men is, look, we are giving you our daughter. You see, if I say you see any scratch on her, no. They say if she does anything to you, don't bust her out, don't do anything, we'll bring her back to us. We will know how to handle her. That is issue of tradition. But because the war have evolved, so things have changed, so people turn to misunderstand it. and take out the cultural value that should be in the wife material. Now, the wife, you should practice from home. You should stay from home first in the first place. Let your mother teach you. And Jimmy is saying the truth. Many young girls nowadays, they don't even know how to cook, to even boil water. They don't want to go out, hang their bag on them and they go out.
And eat.
No disrespect to them because I'm a feminist. A he for she for the matter. But where the right belongs depends because if someone is an addict in I think in Africa or in Liberia, it says if someone is scratching your back, you should also scratch your front. So the people, your mother should prepare you home in the home. And that is the role of the mother to prepare the girl child, and the role of the father to also prepare the son to be a good husband. And then we should not just leave it, we should not just limit it. Maybe we'll come back next time and talk with the men. But they get
Right.
some ruthless men too as well.
Oh yeah.
So the women should be prepared by their mothers. How to cook, how to wash, how to take care of their husband. When you come in the Western society, once you have your cultural value in you, you cannot say no. I will not want to do this because I'm in US. Your culture should stick with you, and this is why I'm always proud about the Nigerians and Ghanaians. With no disrespect to my Liberian people, but
Oh,
those women respect their husband culturally.
Mm-hmm.
Despite they are in the Western world, but they respect them. Where I live, I have a couple of them living here. They
oh yeah.
respect their husbands. They are not worshiping them. They cherish them. But because of the culture, they attach value to their culture, despite they are in Western world. So Jimmy said, which I strongly believe and agree to, yes. But how will you determine who is a wealth material? It varies. Because it is not waiting on somebody's face, is that Fee is a beautiful lady and Fee is beautiful. She's a good wealth material. No. The character is what the people count out, what they take in from you. So if you don't have that character, you don't exhibit that character, the characteristics of a woman, of a good wife. If you don't have it, no man will want to keep you. And where did you learn it from? You should learn it from your parent home, where your mother supervises you until you reach to where you are. So, okay, yes, women,
Free.
to put a work wife, it should start from the home. That is parenting. Because what you do, what your mothers did to you, you will also train your children to that too. So that tomorrow they can grow. That's what the prophet said. Train all the child in a way that he or she will go that tomorrow when they will not depart from it. So if you don't train your child, you can get in a proper home training, how to take care of the husband, how to take care of the home, how to take care of the children. And then at the end of the day, how to cook good food. At the end of the day, they say, well, in the Western world, tomorrow, no man will want to keep such a woman. And a lot of divorces, this is what contributing to a lot of divorces. I mean, I want to rest my case on that for now.
I agree with both of you, but my problem that I'm having is the fact that I feel like a lot of parents are not playing their role. That's where I have a problem. That's why we have so many women that you will hear men say there are no good women, and we know specifically what they're talking about. One, they're not cooperative, they're not feminist, like being working together with the men, trying to stay in a feminine role and understanding what a man is. I honestly believe that women parents as well is not. And I'm not saying this to fault anybody who's raising children. I just think that there's so much going on that people are really quick to break relationship, that they're not working through problems. And if you become a single mother and now you have so much to juggle and take care of, you don't have that extra hand to sit home and say, hey, I'm going to raise my daughter to be this, or I'm going to raise my son to be this, because all you're thinking about is their welfare, to keep a roof over their head and things like that. I remember growing up, I know Jimmy, you had asked, I came to the US, if I'm not mistaken, probably between the age of 11, 12 years old. And by the time I got here, I already knew how to cook because I know that I grew up with my mom for a little bit, but I grew up with my brother and his wife. And I know that that was something that she groomed us to be. I always say that she's one she's one of the best women that I have, quality women that I have seen that have patience, that's understanding, and know how to stay in her feminine role. Because one, she's very. It's not that she's quiet, that she doesn't speak up, but she know when and where to speak. She's, I don't know, like she know how to play her role as a woman. And I think, a lot of women and parents think like you have to keep telling your child, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that, but you have to lead by examples. And I think a lot of older women are not really putting in that time to train their children or their daughters specifically, in reference to the topic that we're covering tonight. A lot of people are not putting in that effort to really, groom their daughters to be the wife that they should be by leading that example. Like, how do you talk to their dad? How do you communicate when you're in a tough situation? How do you sit them down when they reach a certain age and have that discussion with them? Hey, I'm not asking you to do this because I'm lazy. I don't want to do it, but I'm asking you because I want to prepare you to be a woman that will be able to do this for your family. Like, people might, I feel like young women will understand the role better if you explain to them the purpose of it and why you're doing certain thing. And I also understand there are some young women that are just, that way, but I don't blame those young women because from that very young age, I had this discussion with a colleague of mine at work, and we were like, we went out for lunch, and there was a child there that was just all on the floor, like just throwing tantrum, and the mom was busy on her phone doing whatever, oh, you could just be there, and just left the child there doing whatsoever, and didn't even come back to just see, hey, what's the problem? Why you? I remember, like, with our mom, when we're out, there's a look that she used to give us. When you start your crazies and you think you're gonna throw a tantrum to embarrass her, when she give you that look, that look, it was not good, and you needed to stop immediately. Like, like, there's no, she doesn't even have to talk to you. She just gotta look at you, and when your eyes catch, oh, I need to put it together. But I feel like a lot of parents, a lot of mother in general, are not really mastering that and not teaching their daughters how to master that, how to communicate without, going overboard, how to be cooperative, and the reason that you need to do certain things, because you have to understand our society and our culture is a little bit different, and our children's cultures are a little bit different. You need to be able to explain to them the reasons behind certain things, why you do certain things, so they can understand. Because they're going to be like, oh, that was back in the days. You guys used to do that. We don't do that. So I feel like, as much as I understand a lot of women, young women don't want to do this, don't want to do that. One, I strongly believe, yeah, people say kids will be whatever they will be no matter what you do. Yeah, but play your role, be a parent, play a role. Your kids are not your friends, especially when you're grooming a young adult. You need to be very stern, and you need to be direct, and you need to be able to express to them what it is that they're doing, especially when it comes to cooking. I remember, we were told that, anybody in general, when you have a good meal and you give someone a good meal, you've actually changed their entire world. That's something that I learned as a young girl, growing up, that you want to be able to prepare. I remember, may her soul rest in peace, my grandmother. I remember when I went over to her house, she used to have this little pot, and she would say, you know what, I'm gonna sit right here, corporate rest, you know, put a rice in the pot. put it there. If you cook it, pata, all I will eat it today will laugh at you or will tell you next time this is how to cook it. And I think a lot of people are not really putting that joy into why you need to learn how to cook. You're not just cooking for, your husband, right? You're gonna have children. You're gonna have. They need to survive. You need to be able to know how to make a meal for them, not just a meal. I just think, the concept of cooking just teach you discipline and how to be healthy. So I agree with you guys, all of these that you should learn from home. But how do I learn from home when my mom is not even leading me into the direction that I should go? And yes, even though you're going to teach them that, they might not listen right there and then. But later on in the future, when they sit and think about it, like, oh, wow, this is what my mom meant is true. Look where I am. And I think a lot of women have lost great men for just simple things. One, they don't know how to cook. Two, they can't even do separate laundry, like to properly wash a clothes. I will tell you, there's so many women around my age that I see them doing laundry and then messed up their clothes, and I'm like, wow, you don't know how to separate the clothes. Those are those little things and skill set. You don't even have to be a wife. It's just something you need to know how to do
You
because,
telling the what missing the what with the color ones.
right, like,
So Fee,
yeah,
uh, you are right, but
yeah,
here is it.
mhm,
I'm a male, right?
right,
I grew up in a home where there was no gender role.
right.
You have to cook even if you are a boy.
That's good. That's how I'm gonna train
You
my
have
son.
to you have to wash the dishes even if you are a boy.
But that's it.
You have to wash the clothes even if you are a boy. You have to slash the potato greens even though you are a boy.
For me, I washed my own clothes growing up.
So
I didn't cook.
and you have to go make the bed up,
Well, I will
you
wash the
know,
dishes.
um even though you are a boy. So the last time a friend went to visit me in my apartment, and he entered my room, he saw my bed, the way it was neat, and he began there was a woman that went in there and made up my bed. You know
Wow.
what? You know why he wasn't brought up that way.
Right. My
But
husband is the same. He's a camp boy with her.
please don't go there. But here is it. I know there are some mothers that are very lenient with their kids. They will allow the girls' children to gallivant while they do all of the domestic work, and they just come home, take the food, and eat.
Right.
What they are doing to that young lady, what they are doing to that young man also is they are destroying the future. They are destroying them because they're not preparing them for the future challenges. Okay,
Exactly.
I think our next topic sometime. I mean, I don't, if not tomorrow or next week.
so
I
uh,
think we
um
should. Yeah. Before you go, Jimmy, I think we should discuss parenting.
so um now modern war have just increased the reasons for young people to be lazy. It just increase it. For example,
You think it's modern or you think is family in general?
I don't think they increase it for you to be lazy. They're just trying to make things so easier for you, not for you to be lazy. But some see the technology and they do want to use the technology.
so
So I
so
don't think
um
the modern world brought it in for them to be lazy. I think it would be no that one. I
so
won't talk about.
there is this period in history we call the Industrial Revolution, right? I'm sure you know about it. The beginning of the industrial revolution changes a whole lot of things, and then it is the same industrial revolution that keep on evolving. Renaissance of it keep coming up, creativity, new one coming up every day. All right,
Right.
which was intended to make work easier and faster, but now it has made us lazy. Okay. Recently we were having a a class discussion even about the use of AI, and the use of Grammarly and all of that. you know those tools were intended to make work easy, but a lot of time people just use it to make them lazy. So the same thing goes with the home. Parenting, the use of television, the use of cell phones have caused a whole lot of things in parenting. It has the advantage and it also have a disadvantage. Now, let's come to laws that are being made to protect children.
Okay, Jimmy. Just before you go, there's a friend of mine. Is she's watching this show, and probably, I don't know, she didn't, whether she commented on it live, I don't know, but she's made a comment here, and I want to just read it quickly for you to hear. Did you see the
Mhm.
comment? Is it on the screen?
No.
Okay, let me just read a comment. Eva is saying here, she said, I strongly disagree with the lady. You feel she disagree with the description she is giving of a wife is that of a maid or house help. In my opinion, a wife is a woman defines the entire is a woman. A wife is a woman defines the entire scope of her husband's ministry by meeting his emotional needs, being physically attractive, and bringing
Mhm.
out the king in her husband.
Of
Very
course.
good.
Oh, Sophie, you agree with her?
I agree with her.
Okay.
So let's go back to the role of to the wife. A wife is a woman
Hmm.
who who is emotionally attached to her husband, mentally attached to that
What?
husband, emotionally and mentally attached to her
Physically too as
husband.
well.
Yeah,
That's not
emotionally and mentally attached to her husband. Here is
that's
why.
scary.
One of my manager showed me, my boss showed me a podcast made by a woman today. I have it on my phone. That lady said something, and she said, if your husband is, usually come home at 6 o'clock or at 5 o'clock, and today you are looking at your time, it's 5:30, you haven't seen him come home. She said, when that man walk in the house at 6 o'clock, the way you will treat him will tell him whether he marries a wife or he's married to another woman.
Update. Yeah.
And
Update.
and 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 she said this. She said, whether you will welcome him with a life or you will welcome him with a knife.
I saw that podcast.
You saw it, right?
Yeah, I think I shared it too. Yeah.
Okay. So lot of time, lot of being a woman, being a wife in a home. You know, I always told people that women have 80 to 90% responsibility to keep a man in a home,
Hmm.
and that makes you a wife.
And the modern
No,
side,
but equally so, in as much that the woman have the responsibility to keep the man in the home, that should not give the man the opportunity, the right to
No,
also
I'm coming.
infringe on her rights too as well.
I'm coming. I'm coming, bro.
Okay, okay. I know. I thought to make that clarity.
As a woman, if you don't make your husband feel comfortable at home, he will not stay home. The same way, as a husband, if you don't make your wife feel comfortable at home, she will always find friends to go sit down and talk with. So when your husband or when your wife gets home, the way you welcome him or her, it says a lot about your home or your own life or your own title as the husband or the wife.
So you're saying this is vice versa, right?
It's vice versa. I'm one person. I don't believe that only the woman
Yeah,
should
because
give to the man.
it should not be one sided. It should be the both partner doing that. If the man came
Yes,
home,
I agree with you.
and the woman is home
So the man
while
should
the
be
man is not
emotional
welcoming,
attached to his
you gotta
wife.
welcome him. Vice versa.
the husband should be emotionally and mentally attached to his wife.
I like that part because when you said a woman, I'm like, that's a vulnerable spot to be in to put your
No,
entire
no. The reason I mentioned the woman first is because we are discussing wife tonight.
right. Okay, I got you.
Uh-huh. But
So
it should be, I call it, in a relationship, emotionally and mentally attachment should be balanced.
right, I got you. So let's say tonight, right? Because you guys are I can't really give any like let me just say advice on this. You guys are representing all the Liberian men tonight on this show. Okay, I'm gonna give both of you the big
Why
responsibility
you why you being why you being sentimental?
because
W- w-
I wanna. So I got some DMs that people were asking me, what are some of those things? I'm a young lady,
mhm.
and I am looking to have a fulfilling relationship. I don't want to be, some of the DM said, I don't want to be in a state of mind where, I'm young, but I want a relationship that will last. And what are some of those things? What are some advice can you give me that will help me to groom and get ready for the man that I'm going to be with? And, as much as I can give some advice, I'm not a man, first of all. I can't
Okay.
really tell you
So,
what a man is looking for. Hold on, let me ask you the question.
okay.
So if I was a young lady that had posted that question, what are
Mhm.
some of those things that you think you're here representing all men, Liberian men specifically, tonight from LA,
Black men.
West Coast? We're on the East Coast, right? No, West Coast. You're on the East Coast,
I'm
right?
on a, I'm in the Midwest.
Midwest. So what would you tell that young lady that is very, very um determined to get a husband that would treat her the right way, and she want to be submissive. She wants to live according to whatever what those requirements are based on our beliefs biblically, a Christian beliefs. What are those things will you tell a young lady how to carry herself? How does she prepare herself for that man?
Okay. Young lady, if you are listening, if you are watching this show, first thing I want to tell you is you are beautiful and be yourself. Don't let anybody take advantage of you. To be a wife or to be a woman who will catch the eye and the appetite of every man, that they don't want to lose you, there are few things that you should do for yourself. One, have the fear of God in you.
What does that look like? What is that?
The fear of God is the love for God. Is the love for God. That is, you know, the role of a woman in the sight of God. That's the first thing. Two, Don't make yourself vulnerable. Don't make yourself available to every man. That is abstinence. Okay? Abstinence. Number three, respect.
Who's laughing? Uh-huh.
Respect. Respect the man. Respect the man that you want, or the man that you want to be in your life. Respect him. That is very important. Respect your man. If it is a boyfriend now, respect him.
So, right before you continue, I have a quick question because everybody says respect, respect. Respect is not different. Everybody looks at respect differently. Can you give us like an example? What does that look like? Is it when he talks, you don't talk? Or is it the fact that, I know some culture when a man come in, they will kneel down and bow. Does that
No,
look like,
no,
like what is that?
no. There's a difference between respect and submission.
Okay,
Okay, being submissive is is a higher step to respect.
gotcha.
Respect me. You consider this man to be the head of the home, but that does not give him monopoly over the affairs of the home. Okay, but if he is the husband, treat him as the husband. That's respect. Now, submission is goes the traditional way. Goes the traditional way. There are, there are tradition that compares women to kneel down before serving their husband even a cup of water. You have to, you have to kneel down. You cannot stand at the level of the man and hand him something. You have to kneel down. Okay, that's submission. Okay, so but respect. Why I'm emphasizing respect is because women we give out love. We already have love. So I don't care how you love us. If you don't respect us, you will always have problem with us. I don't care how you love that man. I don't care how much compassion you show him. If you don't respect him, he will not be the man that you want. So respect is very important in a relationship. Even the Bible say that the woman should submit, but the man, the Bible say, husband, love your wife. So that means in us men, there is already love in us to give to our women or our wives. Okay, that affection, God just put it in us, and that's why when a man loves a woman, he goes beyond, beneath and beyond to make sure she's comfortable. That's the you know th- that's the love that we're talking about. And if that woman respects him, oh my God, you will have the best of life in your relationship. So, young lady, um, have the fear of God in you. Okay, don't make yourself available to every man. Respect your man. And number four, build up your own capacity. Capacity building is very important. Every man wants a woman that can represent him outside. And the way you do that is you have to build that capacity that you are able to represent your husband outside. Okay? When you dress, when you dress, and he said, no, sweetheart, the way you dress is not good. Be respectful, because you are not just dressing for you. You are not just walking outside. Every time a woman walk or a husband walk out of his house or her home, she represent that home. It almost like your kids. When your kids step out of your house, they represent you. So the way they appear in the public is how the public will judge the home that they're coming from.
Right.
See? So build your own capacity. Okay? Be a contributor. Be a partner to be a contributor to your husband in the home. When I say contributor, I'm not talking about you work, you make money, and contribute. No, contribute to his emotional health, to his mental health, to his to his well-being.
Gotcha.
Okay, thank you, Jimmy, for, I mean, those
Jimmy,
brilliant
what is
points.
out
Yeah,
there?
those brilliant points you just listed. And so if you are a young lady who listening to us tonight, watching us on a live view tonight, wherever you are, however you listening, you know, for me, Jimmy has said a lot, but I just want to add a few things there that I want us to look at, right?
Right.
First of all, as a woman, you want a good husband, you want a husband, and what you have in yourself. First thing, if you want to stay with a husband and you want that person to love you, there are things you need to do. You should, like I said before, you should believe in yourself. You as a lady, if you don't believe in yourself, then no. Believe in yourself, not just him, but you should believe in the person that you want to be with.
Right.
You can't believe in yourself and not believing in the person you want to be with.
Mhm.
And it also tells that Jimmy stress on respect. And I will also add on submission there as well. You, the woman, you should make the man try to make him a better man. You will try to make him a better man. Don't see him in his wasteful life and you can't contribute to him being a wasteful person.
Right.
No. Know that he is the leader in the home. It doesn't mean because he's the leader in the home, so he should treat you any way he feel like. We will come for him, but make him to be a better man. You should also demonstrate your love for him too as well. And when you do that, it's obvious. You as a woman, you should be patient. You should be patient. Now, being patient is the fruit of the spirit. And you two are you biblical scholars here. You should be patient. You should also be trustworthy as a young lady. Because no God will want to sit with you if you're not trustworthy. You lie to him every time. When he asks you, where are you? No, I have to go to fee place. Meanwhile, you're not to fee place.
Then you call interfere
Then you
call right
go feed if he said, if he is like she doesn't know what to say. Like no. You should be trustworthy. Another thing, you should have ambitions as a woman. You should carry yourself with confidence
now. Yeah.
because you should be an ambitious person. You don't want to just go in that man home and just sit down there. You should carry yourself with confidence. So I want to really throw light on the issue of being trustworthiness. There are a lot of young women, they are not trustworthy. You
Absolutely.
need to be trustworthy. It's a great characteristic of a woman that want to get a husband. Because no man will trust you. Every time you tell him lies, he tell you this one because you should be watchful, right? Because if you say something today, and for me, there's one good thing, I'll tell God thank you for. I'm very very much retentive. If you told me something here today, Fee, and you say, "Oh, this is what I did," after 2 weeks, when similar thing that is done, when I will ask you, if you not say the same thing to me, I will know that you're lying to me. And I will
Right.
reference you. I will say, look, But the last time you told me this, this, and this, why can't you telling me this one? It's contradiction. It's contradiction. So these are key qualities and attributes you need to get in as a woman.
Yes,
If
and
you're
fee.
listening to me, just know I know we will soon be closing, right? If you
Yeah.
listen
Yeah.
to me, that is that. That's my point on that young lady that said that at the end.
Yes, and fee. I just want to add one more thing. Be loyal.
Right. Loyalty goes a long way.
Be loyal to your man. You see, you're being loyal to him is not because of him. It's because of yourself. Okay? It's because of yourself, because it is your reputation. Loyalty should be your reputation. Okay? That speaks for you. Even when you are not with that man, but your loyalty will speak for you. And that's where most young people mess up. Most of us, that's where we mess up. We're not loyal to our partner.
Right.
Even some married couple are not loyal to each other. Look, there's a difference between loyalty and commitment.
Of course.
You see,
Constantly.
you can be you can be committed to somebody, but you're not loyal to them. Okay, so be loyal. Be loyal. Of everything that we have said, be loyal.
I think from a woman's standpoint, what I can add, you guys hit it right
Mhm.
on the head. From a woman's standpoint, if I was to add anything, I think as a young lady, some things that I have learned over the years is don't be so quick to be angry, like take for thought, like if something to me, I'm coming back for you, you know?
Smart move.
Yeah,
Get rid
that's
of.
something that
Get,
I have learned over the years. Like it's okay to stay calm and quiet. That doesn't mean your feelings is not validated. But in a moment, don't be so quick to react to things. Try to sit back. It can be hard because you're like, why am I doing this and you're doing that? But I think over the years, something I've learned is just try to stay calm and then give it some time. Then before you regroup and put your thoughts together and speak, because then when you say it has more value than you just reacting in the moment, um,
Mhm.
being reactive. And I think like as a young lady, pray for discernment. Like don't it's not everybody you see that is your husband, you know I think you should pray for discernment to know that God should bring you the right way, because I think the problem is with most of us women that we go through is that we meet that first person that is absolutely not for us, and we're carried away by so many things, and we are that submitted wife, submissive wife, and we're understanding we're all of this, and then the person is not ready for that season of your life that you're in, but because they quote unquote fit on what paper said, you go along and start behaving that way, and later on when that relationship does not go where you want it to go, and then now you change and say, hey, no man is there, no man is that. I think as a young lady, being patient, don't get carried away with what others are doing, because I think that's what's happening a lot of days. A lot of people are getting married, and they're seeing all the flashy things, how the wedding looks and things like that, and a lot of young women wants to be part of that, and they get involved with things or with people that are not going in the direction they should be, and some people lie and they will do whatever it is um, that they want to get at you. in that moment. And once they get it, it will treat you bad. And now you would think that the entire world of man is the same. But in reality, nobody is the same. Everybody is different. So when I hear people say all men are the same or all women are the same, it's not true. It's just we're all individual. Maybe you went through something in that moment and something happened and now you want to do one size fit all. So as a young lady, actually there was about three young lady that sent me those questions and asked me questions. I haven't reached out to them because I wanted us to talk about this show, and then later on I can reach out. Hopefully they're watching. But yeah, like preparing yourself for that person is very important. Understanding and accepting the season that you're in that moment is very important. Being single is okay in that moment because God is preparing you for whatever it is that's greater than you. But don't give yourself to the wrong person because now that would change your entire perspective on who your potential partner is meant to be. So that's something that I would say to those ladies that send me the message, like pray for discernment. Be very careful. Just think about what it is you dream your family to look like, a dynamic. And does that person fit that? And is that person the right person for you to give all of this that you have prepared yourself to be? And if it's not, then you need to be careful and make those wise decisions early before it's too late. That's all I would say.
Yeah, just to throw one last one in,
Mhm.
be a go getter, not a go digger.
Right.
So that's the issue we talk about being ambitious.
Jimmy, you back. Well, why I like the moko feet?
Be a go getter, not a go digger.
Yeah, I think preparing yourself, like putting your finances in order. Not that you're the one going to be the financial or the breadwinner of the family, but I think as a woman, what I've learned over the years, men that have gotten good women, and I know they were in relationship before, in a longer relationship, friends of mine, and I asked them, I said, hey, you dated this person for so long but you never got married. What happened? You just met this person within, 2, 3 months and you knew that was the one. And, some of the things that I hear is the fact that one, she was ready. She knew exactly, not that, oh, you walking around is written on your face, but no, financially, she know how to manage what she has and she knows how to carry herself. She understands her roles and she knows who she is and she has the belief system that I'm interested in. So it was easy for me to make that decision. So this is not just about young lady. I think women in general that are at season that are, like single and is looking for that partner. You're not supposed to look for the partner. You're supposed to prepare yourself for that partner to locate you. So I just think that's what that's my advice to you. Again, I'm not a relationship expert. By all means, I'm learning this daily. Definitely have made my own mistakes before, but I was one of those people who was blessed. I knew exactly what I want and I didn't make mistakes for too long. Once I notice it, I follow my intuition, I'm dropping you and I'm gone.
All right.
Yeah, so that's it. That's all I have to say. Yeah, so we already said a wife is someone who's married, guys. Married, not boyfriend, girlfriend saying I'm my wife, I'm my wife. No, married. Um,
Married to a man.
a man. Now, Jimmy, you will get in trouble.
No, there's no trouble. I have right to my opinion.
You got a wife is someone who's married. I mean, that's the actual definition. A woman that is married to a man, a biological woman that's married to a now I'm putting her in trouble.
You see, so are we going to do our closing now? Because it's
Yeah,
we
yeah,
already
let's do
past.
our closing. Yeah, let's do our closing. Oh, hold on. Eva said, great conversation. Thank you so much. Thank you. Next time we'd like for you to join us, Eva. Go ahead.
See,
What's the closing statement?
yeah. So just to conclude tonight, I want to say thank you to all of our viewers, to our co-hosts,
You will conclude. I will not conclude.
to our off and on co-hosts that join us very late. Um,
How many times you join the show? How long you know come?
um,
You can get penetration not bring witchcraft in here. Oh.
um, can I do my closing without interruption, please?
If you just say a word to me again, I will interrupt you. Go ahead.
So, thank you very much for the topic tonight. A wife is a female or a woman that is married to a man, and she she has she is the mother of the home. She's the second in command, and she should be someone who is emotionally and mentally connected to her husband. I mean, she supports him emotionally and she supports him mentally. They both support each other emotionally and mentally. Okay. She is a partner, not a domestic slave,
Right.
not a domestic worker in the house. All right. A good husband will support his wife in every endeavor. All right. And if you are a young lady and you are listening to this podcast tonight and thinking about what you can do to make you to prepare you for your future husband, like we said previously, have the fear of God, respect your partner, don't make yourself available to every man. Uh, be a go-getter, not a goal-digger. That is capacity building, and take care of your mental health. Take care of your mental health and take care of your physical health, your body. Take care of your body. Take care of yourself.
Be sexy for him.
Very good, very good, very good. Make yourself look good. Make yourself look good. Look, you know what? I get frustrated. I get frustrated when I see some
So it
girls
will take whole hour to
who
explain
have
something, right?
if if you have a child, or if you have children, that does not mean you should treat yourself as some 1847 lady. All right. All right. I will never allow my wife when I get the day I get married and we have children. I will never let my wife to look, older, older. No, I will make sure. I will make sure I help you and you help me. We take care of each other so that we would look young and even younger than our children. Because if you look, if
Jimmy,
you are
we'll talk about this. We'll talk about this another time. Jimmy come in, appreciate you now. Jimmy said I must stay sexy.
yes, take care of yourself.
So, my man, make it conclude because I don't want to interrupt you. Then you can't carry your time away again.
I submit. I submit.
We'll
Okay,
talk about health. We'll talk about why being attractive is enough. It's important. I mean,
thank you. On a
It's
serious note, the show was
it's
very
always
good.
that looking good is a business. Sell yourself out there.
The, the, the sh-
it's a big
oh,
business for
you
me.
interrupted me too, Jimmy.
Oh, man.
The man finish no,
All
Jimmy.
right, Jimmy, finish. Because Jimmy said I submit. He said he submitted.
Let the man
Oh,
go. See, let the man go. I don't want Andrew problem tonight.
the way he came on the show with dark shit to next side.
My shit is not dying. Playing glasses. Oh,
Oh, okay. It looks dark to me on this side.
yeah. Probably is a plain glasses. It say that blue light in it.
Yeah.
Okay. On a serious note, let's be frank. The show was very great. Was following it, but I was in the middle of something and I decided to join. I mean, the intro was good and it was nice. Jimmy has said everything. You know what could be the good attribute or the key attributes to becoming a wife material. It's regardless of your cultural values or so or norms. A wife is a wife, but not domestic slave, not just a housewife, but she's a partner from in progress. Uh, we're looking forward to seeing a great show tomorrow. We don't know what the topic is, but I was thinking on parenting. We can discuss it in the chat room. I don't know what we show. We can talk on parenting and then we could discuss it.
Look at that one.
Yeah.
Thank you for me.
Yeah,
I'm
thank you. So we could talk it, but we could look at it tomorrow in our chat room and see how best we can do other stuff together. But on a note, that was a great show. Thank you, Jimmy. I mean, even though you troublesome, but at least you raised some valid point in your closing. So I don't want to be
This is
repetitive.
Jimmy
Thank you.
Element. You could be
Thank you so
married.
much. He will not be that married counselor who is not married to go counsel somebody.
Don't you be married for what this year? Not passing Jimmy. The way you say this year, you get with a me. Somebody don't know.
Anna already have passed on him already.
Don't get Jimmy in
You're
trouble.
you're 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 looking for trouble.
Jimmy said this year, you miss someone don't know long. Me, I wait you. You that baby shower you send it to me. I will definitely show up. Please, I come in.
Hmm.
We can hear you. You mute yourself. We can hear
I
you.
think Jimmy will let us know about that wedding. But
Oh,
one
Yeah.
thing I do keep reminding you people here, my birthday is on the 23rd. I'm
Yeah.
telling the team, my birthday is on the 23rd. I'm an African man. My birthday, Fee birthday is on the 10th. Okay.
Ah,
My brother
December.
birthday, my cousin, my brother birthday is on the 16th, which is on Tuesday. Ajaka. Ajaka.
I
Ajaka.
just we'll bring balloon on the show and blow it for you.
And you see, oh, you feel you get kiss.
so
Well, Jimmy, how you be two on the how you be three on the show?
Oh, Jimmy show up twice.
Jimmy, why you
Well,
Jimmy K yourself?
yeah, remove the other one. Remove the one I'm not showing.
okay.
Why you meant Jimmy K yourself?
So
Why you photocopy yourself? I was like,
Oh, Sammy said you're not doing giveaway on your birthday.
she better get off from here. You know your uncle, eh? Okay.
Oh my God! So let me watch
so so so
you.
Okay, the show was a nice one though.
so what are you planning for the 23rd, man?
I mean nothing I'll be wearing my corner over.
Wait, the 23rd are next week Saturday. Oh. I
No, it's
mean
on a Tuesday.
Okay.
next week Tuesday.
Week after.
Let me see. Let me check
Yeah,
my
week after next Tuesday.
calendar. We can't forget that birthday. Oh my God.
It will be on a Tuesday. It will be 2 days after our show.
Yeah.
After our show on the 20th. On the
Well,
21st.
live, right? On your
Say
birthday. You'll come live on your birthday.
on Tuesday, I'm not sure. I might be to work. I'm not sure, but probably in the morning hours before going to work. Yeah, it will take 30 minutes.
All right. Hello. Oh yeah, your birthday on Tuesday. China, your birthday will be in a week. What kind of problem here?
It- it- uh,
No,
I think
Syria people don't have birthday in the beginning of the week.
Ah,
And I even see you. You mean I see you.
That was Salome say. That was Salome say you must do giveaway.
Now give her what you looking for to get in China. She lie. It will not work.
You better give the girl.
On a serious note,
You will
though, I
not bring
want
no.
to
You will not bring confusion between my niece and myself in the first place.
You say what?
You will not bring confusion between my niece and myself. She know I will
No,
come over my birthday.
no. I'm only pushing her agenda. So how does pushing her agenda bring confusion between you?
the way you pushing the agenda, she will carry my DM.
Th-
I should be
That's what I
receiving the
want her to do.
I should be receiving the gift here.
huh? I know, right?
I should be
So
receiving the gift.
I tell me you know.
Oh, ain't see
That,
her. Well, you're my own powerful if we bring your own there, you more. Ah,
but on a serious note, guys, I want us to. I know I did a live during the week, maybe the first week of the show of the month, the year, I guess. I want us to find young group of people, like three people in Liberia that are very eloquent that can represent us in Liberia if we wanted them to go on live on radio. Do you guys know anybody that's trustworthy between the ages of 17 to 22?
S-
yes, I will.
17 to what?
22. I want young kids that, I mean, young adults that,
What you
Well,
wanted to discuss?
so what I would do,
not
I will
because
just
they're going to be our panelists in Liberia, like our group that if we wanted to talk about something on the radio in Liberia, they can represent us. If we wanted to do some community service work, they can represent us.
so
That's something on my list that I want to do this year.
okay. So what you would do?
Okay,
I
I
will also
will
do a research and come back to you.
I will introduce one person to you.
Yeah, I need them to be trustworthy. I need them to be someone that can represent us in a positive way. Do they know about social media and things like that? Because they will have to report on here as well. Like are they comfortable to speak? If we need them, because I want to work with other groups as well. I told you guys want to collaborate with like do some humanitarian work in Liberia as well. Like, do they know how to go out there and just talk about things that are important? So, yeah.
Like I said,
Okay.
I will do a check, and then I will get back to you.
Yeah.
Who could be a yes?
Uh, um, I know a lot of child broadcasters, uh,
Okay. Yeah, let them reach out. Let's see how we can get started. You know,
but if
get
if
started. I have
if,
so much.
if if you are talking about humanitarian issue, then those you need people who have experience and who are able to. But if you're talking about publicity, then we can bring those in.
I'm talking about publicity. Basically, so the idea is because I know in Liberia a lot of the platforms and a lot of organizations do not really focus on the elderly. So I want to see what organization in Liberia that actually have a program right now that they're doing. Um, like they have a running organization established, right? And I want to have those three people down that I would like them to visit and represent us. That I will be working with throughout it. They will have a job pretty much, like they will be working for the show that they would generate income. That's why I wanted to be 17, between 17 to 22, because I want to be able to help younger adults as well. But I want them to do the job themselves. you know.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah,
Uh,
we'll work behind the scene, and then we'll probably maybe not tomorrow, but maybe the next show next weekend we'll be able to have
yeah,
some
so
budget.
we can all interview them and things like that, and then set up a Zoom interview, talk to them, see what they understand. They know how to get around Liberia. If we found an organization that we can work with, they will go there and represent us. Because you guys been in, for me, I don't know. I don't know much in Liberia, to be honest.
Yeah, but let's talk off air.
Yeah, we will. We will.
Let's talk off air.
Okay.
Okay, we
Well,
can talk. We can discuss that in the chat room, and then we'll see how else we're going about. Thanks. It
all
was
Yeah.
a
right.
nice show. Bye
That's the
bye.
show. Thank you guys. Share, and we'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully, we have a hot topic tomorrow. I hope whatever happened tonight with the technical stuff, it shouldn't
Let
happen.
nobody come. Let let nobody come on the show late tomorrow, please. Don't come
Hey.
late.
Let nobody be duplicating the photocopy they say on the show tomorrow.
Oh my God. Let's go talk about this in the chat.